Now, continuing Arizona Votes 2024 coverage of the presidential debate with Arizona's Morning News.
So I did watch for about an hour last night, and then as soon as they started repeating their talking points, I was like, okay, I'm done.
You didn't miss much after that first hour.
Okay.
I'll tell you that right now. Because as you said, they kept repeating not just what they were talking about in the first hour, but also what they've been saying on the campaign trail all these many months. So what is more than a year now? Seems like it's an eternity.
It seems like they just kept circling back to their crutch topics or their talking points. And for President Joe Biden, it was hiking taxes for the rich.
Millionaires pay 1%. So no one I would not raise the cost of Social Security for anybody under $400,000. After that, I began to make the wealthy begin to pay their fair share.
What was the crutch topic of President Trump? You might ask. You already know, really. It's illegal immigration on the border.
Terrorists. We have the largest number of terrorists coming into our country right now. All terrorists, all over the world, not just in South America, all over the world. They come from the Middle East, everywhere. All over the world, they're pouring in. And this guy just left it open.
And it seems like they were kind of mean with each other. You can tell they just don't like each other,
yeah.
Right?
They're not just friendly rivals or competitors. No, I think they despise each other.
But there weren't the fireworks that you saw 4 years ago when they debated. And in fact, Trump was basically his bombastic self. I mean, everything is the world's greatest, the world's best, and everybody thinks so, right?
Yeah.
But that's just who he is. That's former President Trump. Biden, on the other hand, they said he had a cold. Maybe he was on cold medicine. He didn't seem very enthusiastic to be there and actually was stumbling around a bit at times.
Yeah, he was really stumbling and mumbling, as we saw, memed on the internet. And actually, in all reality, that frightened the Democrats.
Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. He's our president right now. It's hard to watch and hard to hear.
It is. And, one thing also is Trump, whether his facts and figures were correct or not, he came out with speaking with authority like they were. And it seemed like President Biden didn't really refute him as much as he could have or call him out on it. Instead, he just went back to calling him a liar. Pretty much on all topics, just said he's lying.
I'm not saying no terrorist ever got through, but the idea they're emptying their prisons, we're welcoming these people, that's simply not true. There's no data to support what he said. Once again, he's exaggerating, he's lying.
Yeah, and maybe some of the controls that were in place by CNN last night, it was their presidential debate that we aired here live on KTAR. Maybe that was kind of what made the difference too, to keep people, the candidates, somewhat civil. You had to stick with your time, you had to stick on topic. Although there were plenty of times both candidates ditched the question, went back to previous talking points, back to the previous question even.
Thanks for watching Arizona's Morning News. Click to watch more from KTAR News and hit the button in the middle to subscribe.